Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich, playing as the German Empire. For those of you who might be very observant and astute, yes, my voice does sound quite different today, and that is because I have invested in a new microphone setup. I'm hoping that it is an improvement, but I am still tweaking it a little bit, trying to make it better. Either way, though, if things sound different and they don't sound as good to you, please bear with me. I'm trying to improve all of it. But if it does sound better, then hey, awesome. Should be a little bit more bassy. I'm sure I'll mention this in other series as well, just so that people don't get confused. Anyway, so, where did we leave off in the last week? Well, we were trying to take over China again because, well, our colonial nation got a little bit rebellious, a little bit uppity, and now we have to put them down. Indonesia, by the way, apparently was able to break free from the Dutch, which is interesting. But the Dutch did join, if we look here, the Third International. So I'm going to have some borders set up against them if France ever does decide to attack me. These are the three nations that I would be fighting, and I want to be able to take down the Netherlands pretty quickly. And that is a very real possibility, because we can see here that they are justifying a war goal against me. A little bit scary, because they have quite a few troops in position, and I don't have a ton. So we may want to consider going ahead and building some forts down in this area. We have some level 3s all across this border, which is pretty good. But I'd like to be able to get to at least level 4 across the board. I'm not too worried about the Netherlands. I think we can handle that. And we do have a pretty sizable navy. Maybe we could contend with the English and stop them from landing anything over here. That would be good. But we'll see. I don't really remember doing anything with Flanders, Wallonia, and Flanders here. Did we split this in the last video? I can't remember. For some reason, I thought they were still Belgium, but I guess that got split up. Anyway, let's go back down to China and continue winning this war, hopefully. So much winning. All right. Whoa. Just heard this really loud hissing sound. I think my heat is turning on. It's sounding weirder and weirder every week. I probably should do something about that, right? Especially now that it's getting cold out here. It actually did just snow recently. That's fun. All right, so if the Commonwealth of France is building stuff against me, then this could be a huge problem. The sooner I can wrap up this war and start transferring my troops back up to Germany proper, the better. But we'll see what happens. Mostly I'm concerned that if France declares on me, someone else might as well. Like, let's say, I don't know, the Russian Empire? That would be pretty bad, undoubtedly. But all right. So we're making some pretty good pushes over here. We're going to try to sweep a little bit on the Western Front. We're struggling here a little, though. My people, however, are seeing some opportunities to just push forward into free land since we are currently set to aggressive, right? We were set to aggressive, but apparently you've stopped your orders. I don't know why I did that. Well, either way, we should be able to start making that push. Research done. We got the field hospitals. Excellent. I should definitely start adding that into the army. 1937, I guess we should go ahead and grab the production efficiency cap. Seems reasonable. Okay. We're just going to keep pushing up here, I guess, or... No, I don't want to split the line up too much. Then again, we already have some attrition issues. Maybe we do want to split the line a little bit. All right, let's have you go here, and you follow kind of along this way. We're going to try to grab these two victory points while there's no one there to stop them. Uh-oh, the Romanian Civil War. After the disastrous defeat in the Weltkrieg, the days of the Romanian monarchy were counted. After the death of King Ferdinand I in 1927, the crown went to his grandson Michael, who was soon forced to abdicate and was replaced by a military dictatorship. Are we talking about Michael I or Michael II? Whichever one. Not King Carol, the Michael's coup. The one we just did in the last campaign. I don't know. This autocracy was soon replaced by the totalitarian rule of the Iron Guard. However, many people in Romania, most notably intellectuals, remain sympathetic to the monarchists, especially Ferdinand I's disgraced son, Carol. Interesting. So Carol didn't get the throne because of this. A group of pro-monarchist officers have defected and seized control of Bessarabia and Moldavia as a stage of operations for the monarchist restoration in the country. Romania now falls into a bloody civil war and no one knows how it's going to end. Either way, that won't be good for the oil. Very true. So depending on how this event goes, we will have some national focus options down here. The oil must flow if we do not have oil shipments from Romania. So when this ends and Romania stops giving me oil, I could take this, and this would give me the option to try and force the Romanians back to give me oil or other options. I don't know. Either way, this was going to have to happen if we wanted to continue down that national focus. For now, though, let's see how things are going here. So apparently we're struggling a little bit. Why are we struggling over here? We shouldn't be. Okay, can like part of you go this way? Just push this way here? Let's get a surround, please. Japan took some states. I think they took back over Korea, who had tried to break free from them or something like that. I don't remember for sure. Mexico declares war on the United States. That's very opportunistic of you. Looks like the American Union state has taken over most of the South, and the syndicates have taken over the North, New England, and so on. So the United States is pretty much just relegated to the Midwest. Yeah, I'm not surprised that Mexico's making their play here. California, however, has not really done much of anything, which is interesting. Okay, I really do think the American Civil War could be one of the most interesting parts of the Kaiserreich mod pack. Would be really fun to try playing it myself someday, but we'll see. We'll see. Where are you guys going? You're going all the way up there, that's fine. Can you get this victory point in this port real quick so I can get more supplies? Thanks. That'd be good. Investigation program. Whatever it's called. Okay, so that's done. Now we can try to approach Poland. Nice. So let's see. The following must be true. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth cannot exist. Fascinating. So the Kingdom of Poland likes me, and we like them. And then Poland gets a special speech. Exactly what that leads to, I can't really say. But either way, I think it's going to be a good opportunity to strengthen economic ties with Poland. Possibly, we will find an opportunity to bring them into Mitteleuropa, which would be nice. So we did get these victory points. How are we looking as far as this war? So they're almost capitulated, 79%. We're not quite to their capital yet. No, we did get their capital. Did we? Yeah, I think we did. So they're almost down, but they did have 80% national unity, so it's going to be a little bit longer. The rest of your victory points are up here, apparently. All right, so we're going to take you, just one of you, go to Wuha, and you guys go to Wenzhou, and you already grabbed this. So push these ways. Is there anything else? I think those are the only victory points remaining. I'm not crazy, right? We're not missing something here? This is the city? Sure looks like it. Food from Middle Africa. We get some extra support equipment. Thank you. Very helpful. Sooner I can win this war, though. Seriously, the better. You guys push this way. Let's finish this off. All right, we've got a good surround. We should be able to finish this off. That'll be nice and easy. Oh, come on, China. You never should have broken free in the first place. Didn't happen in my test game, but hey, Kaiserreich. Every game is going to be different. There's so many paths. George Michaelis dies. The former Reich Chancellor George Michaelis died at 78. State funeral, but the Kaiser refused to attend. He was a commoner and a stooge, but a chancellor after all. That's not the chancellor that I just got rid of, is it? It could be. I really can't say for sure. I don't remember. All right, so we've got that. Now we need to go to Wuhan. We're almost there. The Kingdom of Greece has canceled their non-aggression pact with me. But this should be the last of the victory points if we can grab it real quick before we get split up. That's it. There we go. All right. So what you're supposed to do in the Kaiserreich mod pack is you're supposed to take all states. You're not supposed to do any diplomatic, like, releasing of nations and stuff like that. We'll get that opportunity in just a little bit. And you can even see here, there are no other options. So we're going to take all states and say we are done here with China. Thank you. And that's my new land. Okay. Probably not going to stay that way unless I'm willing to spend some political power to do so. But we'll find out. So you guys need to go all over to here or something, at least for now. Start transferring back over to Germany. Although... Actually, we do need to keep some troops here, right? What's this? Portugal. This is Hong Kong. Is it independent? Can't really tell. Hang on. No, it's part of the Triad Syndicate. So all of these. Okay. Yeah, we need to leave behind at least a few troops. We'll leave behind some garrisons, I think. All of you guys. New army. We will put a general in charge. This level 2 guy's probably fine. And we're going to garrison the ports primarily, if I can. There's quite a few of them here, actually. Do something kind of like that. Kind of like that. Something like this. I could specifically say that I want them to guard the naval bases and stuff, and I probably will. Guard coastline, forts, not air bases, and I'm not worried about resistance. So let's just do something kind of like this. We're just going to guard the coast a little bit. There we go. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'll let the AI handle that. There's probably going to need a lot more troops than this. We'll leave behind the Marines as well. And this Marine here, and this Horseman here. Is that good enough? We feel pretty good about that? I think we feel pretty good about that. All right, time to start transferring the rest of the army back home, then. Can we get rid of this map mode, please? Hey. Thank you. All right. Oh, we should actually change the color of it, too, before I forget. Change you to, like, a purplish color. There we go. Okay, nice. Free factories. What should we use? Let's see. We could still use a lot more infantry equipment. We're going to need to start getting some more motorized because we are going to have field hospitals soon, so we'll focus a bit on that. But I do think we need to set up a new line for infantry equipment and say that's going to have to be a higher priority. Something kind of like this. One thing I'm looking forward to in the next expansion for Hearts of Iron 4 is they're planning on offering an option to increase this same line to like 50 or 60 Summit-like factories. Like, it's not going to just be these 15. You can greatly increase the numbers. It's not going to show you all the factories. The graphic hasn't changed, but it's going to give you the opportunity to do that rather than have 2 or 3 separate lines. At least I think that's how it's going to work. I don't know. I only saw one developer's diary on it. I wasn't really paying that much attention. All right, you guys go join, let's say, the Netherlands front line. That'll be fine. I need to set up an offensive line too. 1, take over all of the Netherlands. And then 2, cross the river into Paris. Something like this is what I would be going for. Lacking in resources, you say? I don't think so. Seems to me like we're doing okay. Can I switch anything up? Do I want to switch to like a free market? We could switch away from the civilian economy to early mobilization. And that is going to be better for us. So let's wait and see what happens with the political power in China. Oh, there we go. Okay, fate of southern China. There we go. But if we don't want to do anything with this, if we're able to save the political power, going to a partial mobilization would be better. Foundation of the Belgorod Pact. Serbia, Romania, and Greece, the 3 Balkan members of the Entente, all with revanchist views of their own, have recently gathered to a common table of negotiations and recently announced the beginning of the Belgorod Pact. While this pact puts a lot of focus on cultural discussion and preserving Balkan identities, it is also a military alliance between the participants, seemingly directed at the country separating them and holding their ancestral lands. This new development is a big thorn in Bulgarian domination of the Balkans. Oh, right, because Bulgaria is a lot bigger in this particular game. Well, hopefully they don't start another war. American Civil War. The spread of the dangerous syndicates throughout the world has infected America, and many people wish to help the American Union State win a moral, righteous victory over the CSA. Send 10,000 manpower, and they like us. And 1,000 infantry equipment. We're going to have to go ahead and do that. All right, send the volunteers, and hopefully the American Union State gets a much-needed boost to start beating these guys down. I do not want a syndicalist America able to join in with the Commune of France. And now here's the event I was talking about. Again, in the Kaiserreich mod pack, you don't release puppets. You annex all states, and then you get this event. After our successful campaign in southern China, we now have the task to establish new local administrative authority in order to restore peace. However, there are several options for our choice. Continue with the military occupation, and we have political power, lost. Support the local Republican movement, which allows the Republic of China to become the owner of something, but they become a German puppet. So there's that. Is there already a Republic of China somewhere? No. I think this entire area would just become a new puppet for me, or something. Restore AOG, the former one that we had. Okay, so a new puppet, and so we could have China, or we could have this, or liberate Guangxi Republic. So there's 3 different puppets we could create, or we just keep it for ourselves. I'm not sure that we need to keep this for ourselves. It's going to be a little bit harder for us to maintain it. So it's probably worth creating somebody. And if we're going to do that, then maybe it is worth just restoring our previous puppet. The difference is, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing 13... So a total of 16 states go to the Republic of China or to the Guangxi clique. This one only has 14. So we might retain a little bit more land ourselves if we do that. I think we're just going to restore the one we had previously. Even if they were traitorous, we'll do that. Whoop, game? There we go. All right. I think these states would have joined whatever republic we had created. But there we go. Back to having our proper colonial nation. It's going to have to be good enough. Missing equipment production. I don't know why I keep saying that I want to have naval bombers for carriers. I really don't care that much about that, personally. So here's our Navy. We should probably just go ahead and have them all grouped together for a little bit. May want to separate off some submarines and stuff to go hunting later. And that might be a good idea. But for the time being, let's go ahead and assign an Admiral. Submarine Attack, number of ships in the first contact. That's useful. Much better opening fight. Why is it not sorting properly by skill? There we go. Retreat decision chance, fleet speed when retreating. Doesn't sound that useful to me. Submarine Attack again. Capital ship armor? Oh, this guy's great. He doesn't gain a lot of experience, but otherwise he's pretty darn useful. We'll put him in charge, and I'm going to go ahead and take a bunch of the subs. Maybe not all of them, but most of them. Can I not select some of these specifically? Hello. Destroyers, light cruisers, submarines. All submarines, I guess, will go to something different. Okay, it's going to have to be fine. Submarine Attack. Okay. So, with this guy, select. I want you to patrol these areas. Honestly, just these two are probably fine. I mean, that alone would protect all of our lands. Am I worried about the Baltic Sea in any way? Not especially. No. Let's, hold. We're just going to patrol the Eastern, Northern Sea, and the English Channel. Those are the two things that I think I care about the most. Just patrol them. And then, if I may select you, I'm looking for convoy rating. Specifically out in these directions. Anything that could be going from, let's say, France or any of their allies over to England, I want to isolate them as much as possible. That sounds good. Syndicalism spreads to Burma. Uh-oh. That revolution apparently is progressing in a direction I don't want it to. The Civil War in Spain. The legitimate Spanish kingdom under Alfonso XIII is under severe threat. While many are saying that this provides further proof of the terminal weaknesses of the House of Bourbon, a secure Spain is an important part of our defensive plan, so be wise to help them. Okay, so we can do the same sort of thing and send some manpower to go and assist, and that will help the Kingdom of Spain, which are authoritarian Democrats, so I want to make them happy. Yes, we will send some manpower. Belgrade Congress argues for a new order on the Balkans. Uh-oh. On the initiative of Serbia, several countries have convened in Belgrade to discuss the political and military situation on the Balkans. During this Congress, a new military alliance was founded, the so-called Belgorod Pact. This is clearly aimed against our former ally, Bulgaria, of whom the countries have lost territory in the Weltkrieg. If we openly announce our support for Bulgaria, it may keep the Belgorod Pact from declaring war on them. So, make Bulgaria happy, but upset Serbia, or don't get involved. Can we see the factions here? Okay, so yeah, there is a new faction down here. Those are pretty small nations. I'm going to announce my support for Bulgaria. They are my former ally, so hopefully they will be useful at some point. Okay, we're going to stick with that. No template for towed anti-air. Yeah, I do need to add some of that in at some point. Okay. How many troops do we have down here? 7? No, that's ships. Okay, that's fine. Patrol, I don't know. Patrol these areas. Seems fine. There we go. And I'll put some other admiral in charge. No one in particular. No one important. And I have another navy down here, I think? No. Where are you? I had another one. Hang on. This one? Aha! Much bigger navy. Alright, you can patrol there, then patrol East China and the Gulf of Siam, I guess. And you can take this admiral here. We have a lot of admirals. Pretty convenient, actually. Alright, so it looks to me like France has an encryption advantage over us because we can't see their troops anymore. But I have a pretty good sense of what the Netherlands are capable, and I think we are outnumbering them currently. So that's fine. Could change up some army templates, and maybe it's worth doing that. Let's take a look at our infantry divisions with artillery that we've messed with. So I could add in something now, field hospitals, and if I did this, it's going to cost me a lot of motorized, in which I don't have any. So we definitely can't afford to do that right now. We are way behind when it comes to some production. Way behind right now. Towed anti-air is the only thing that we have an abundance of. I'll just hold on to that. One factory, continuing to produce it. Hey, that's probably fine. But everything else is a bit of a problem for me. Let's pull a little bit off of the battleship so we can continue producing some submarines. All right, that's going to be better. Approach Poland. Brentano's speech. Yesterday in the early afternoon, Zentrum politician Heinrich von Brentano gave an impassioned speech on how the differences of the past must be laid aside in order to create a stronger European economic bloc. That included even nations with which we have had our differences. While not mentioned explicitly by name, it was most obvious that he spoke of reconciling with our smaller neighbor, Poland. Our relationship with Poland has been icy since the end of the Weltkrieg, and Polish nationalism has been a keen thorn in the Kaiser's side over the past 2 decades. Perhaps it is time to set aside old animosities for the sake of the future. Only time will tell, but we get a little bit of political power as a result. Thank you. All right, we can finish the Black Monday reforms. Removes this national spirit that we got from this, which is an improvement over Black Monday, but still not desirable. It's still reducing our national unity, our production, factory output, construction speed, and so on. So yeah, absolutely worth going for finishing Black Monday reforms. Let's go ahead and recover our economy. The Romand question resolved. After a demand by the Commune of France that the province of Romandy be immediately ceded due to the persecution of the French minority, the Swiss government decided to avoid the threat of war and agreed. This is a victory for the French government, which had already declared the acquisition of Romandy another victory of the world's working class. Okay, so they just stole some land from Switzerland. I'm definitely not feeling very comfortable about that, but okay. What else am I supposed to do about it right now, hey? Not a whole lot. Man, our construction is so slow. The Swiss cave in. With the humiliation of Switzerland, we must now be more prepared than ever to war with France and her allies, gain 15,000 manpower. All right, not opposed to that. That seems fine. Sedentag, we've seen this before, so that's an extra little bit of annual political power for me. Troops are still on the way, heading home. These are more ships? Hey, look, more ships that I'm not doing anything with. We'll just take this weak little Admiral here. He's not very good, but whatever. And we'll just patrol this area. Just the Red Sea. I don't know if I care about anything else. Yeah, it's a pretty small navy anyway. Okay, do I have more navies somewhere that I should be aware of? Sure seems like it. Hello, found more. We will take you, and we shall patrol in these areas. Seems pretty good. The African coast, around the Straits of Gibraltar. The Kingdom of Spain seems to be making some useful gains here. At least they're not falling apart completely. The problem is they're all getting pushed on 2 sides. It's just a 3-way tug of war. You never really know how those things are going to turn out. I wish there was more that I could do to assist them. I can't send any volunteers, can I? Ooh, maybe I can. Ooh, hang on. 5. I think that we need to create a small volunteer division and go and assist. What should we do? What would be a good set of units for that? How strong are our motorized divisions? I can't remember for sure. 14 combat width. Not that good. I'm going to change these guys to a different icon just so I can recognize them, because that's going to be important to me. And I don't think that our tank divisions... I don't even know if we have any panzer divisions. Doesn't look like it. Let's try sending you... Well, I need to find the ones that are already fully entrenched, because they're the ones in position. Then again, these guys don't have full supplies. What are we missing? Towed artillery and support equipment. Missing some manpower. Interesting. Really what we need to do is take the armies that are already at full fighting strength. So you know what? We're just going to take these guys. I know it's not quite what I had in mind, but that's more important. All right, we're going to take you. We're going to give you a general. Reconnaissance. I don't have any armor. Attack. Fortress Buster. Could be useful. Movement, attack, defense in the forest only. We're going to take you. And then we are going to send some volunteers over to Spain. That is the goal. So take you. It generates a bit of threat, world tension and such, but that's fine. Good. All right, we're going to send volunteers and we're going to try to assist you. The Kingdom of Spain will allow a volunteer force to assist them in their war. Our ideology has grown. Again. Sure, I guess. When am I going to get my high popularity? I was kind of promised that. Medium popularity is not good enough. Your ruling party has to be between 60 and 80. I'm at 61. Okay, so maybe at the end of the day it actually will recalculate. We're finally there. Volunteer forces are in transfer. We still have some unassigned divisions. Let's go ahead and fix that. There we go. All right. So yeah, we can fight a bit of a war over here. Be good to assist with this. High popularity, there we go. Now we're gaining an extra bit of daily political power, up to 1.2 per day, while working on a national focus. Much, much better. Much better than it was. All right. Now, as far as recruiting and deploy, I'm going to go ahead and say that reinforcements has to be given a higher priority because the forces I currently have are not prepared for fighting. So I'm going to say that I want to do that far more than train more units. It sounds all well and good and all, but no. Let's make sure that we're a strong fighting force. I'm probably going to try to cut these guys off of these ports if I can. Something to get a good surround on these guys. I really want the syndicalists to lose. I'm not as opposed to the Carlists winning. I don't really want them to, but if they do, it's not the end of the world. But syndicalists, not a chance. Russia announces her ambitions. Uh-oh. While many still view Russia as a failed state, torn apart by revolts, disorder, and ineffective rule and serving as a buffer for Mitteleuropa, recent events have proven something different. The government of the Russian nation has announced their territorial ambitions, laying claim on almost all territory of the former Russian Empire. And it appears they are willing to reconquer the lost land if necessary. Numerous nations in Eastern Europe have already recalled their embassies to Russia, and the world is waiting for Germany's response to this blatant attack on her sphere of influence. Yeah, that's a problem. Hi. They're fighting an offensive war against Alish Orda over here. These guys are probably next on the chopping block. They may want to join Mitteleuropa. That did happen in my test game. We're going to find out. Wow, what a storm. Look at this. Holy crap, what's happening over here in Northern Africa? Oh, whatever. All right, my divisions have arrived. Good. Let's create a small front over... I think this is the easiest place to go. So we're going to set up here. 3 wide is probably all right, and then I want you to push this way. That's what we're going to go for. Let's see if we can make it happen. What's this? The Commonwealth of Canada appears to also be helping. Wait, Commonwealth? Whoa, what happened to the Dominion of Canada? Oh, they changed. Now market liberals are in charge, not paternal autocrats. Oh, okay. So the Dominion of Canada is done for. It's a Commonwealth. Huh. And yeah, the United States are just straight up done for. There's no saving them at this point. All right, so let's get our troops in position. Let's see what we can do to help. This is going to be fun, I think. Get some entrenchment, get some organization. Concentrated industry is done. Excavation, oil plants. Wouldn't mind getting some more oil. But let's see if there's anything better. It's still 1937. Don't have any doctrines to work on there. Artillery, anti-tank. Don't really care about doing any more with light tanks at the moment. Could do a maintenance or some sort of a company here. Or, there's actually not much to do here in infantry equipment either. Okay, so I guess at some point I'm going to want to have maintenance companies, but I also at some point want to have anti-tank, so let's go ahead and start researching that. Even if I don't add it to the divisions immediately, it would be good to have that. So the Iron Guard has defeated Romania. The monarchists have lost. So Iron Guard remains in control. The National Populists. That could be a bit of a problem for me. Very good chance that I'm going to have to get involved and threaten them in some way if they dare to cut off my oil supplies. I will need those. All right, troops getting in position. Come on. Get over here, guys. Get over here. I need high organization. That's what I need. All right. All right, we're in a good position. You ready? Let's go. Push. Push, push, push. Filthy syndicalists! All of you must die. We'll see how well this works out for me. Jewish immigrants from Algeria. The military junta in Algiers has recently become increasingly hostile against its Jewish population. While many Algerian Jews have decided to emigrate to Palestine, others have decided to try their luck in Germany. The Reich and the German people welcome them, gain some manpower, but lose a lot of political power, and the French Republic does not appreciate that we welcome French Jews into our country. Is it because they're anti-Semitic, or is it because they don't like that they were French Jews? Could send them to Madagascar, costs me a lot less political power, I still gain the manpower, and in the meantime Madagascar gets a factory. Or we have enough problems on our own, we just lose a lot of political power. Don't really see a good reason to do that, and I'm willing to trade 400 manpower to save 40 political power and get a factory. So let's settle them in the colony of Madagascar. That seems reasonable enough. These guys are all elites, by the way, or regulars, I should say. Nice, that gives them a nice combat advantage, I like that. Nepal has declared war on the Bharatiya commune. And the Dominion of India has also declared war on Nepal, so more war going down here, but Nothing I can do about that. So it looks like we're making a pretty successful push thus far, hoping we can continue to separate these guys and eventually help Spain be victorious. And then maybe, just maybe, they'll be willing to assist me against the French in the future. Or at the very least, this is a good preemptive move to try and ensure that Spain does not join the French in attacking me in the future. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.